if you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you guys are interested in a personal session, check out my website, readingswithbreanne.com. Let's dive into the topic for today. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing phenomenal wherever you are on this journey. Somebody recently brought to my attention a case involving two missing children from Nova Scotia. 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and Jack. They disappeared about a week ago now, and I've been up almost half the night with this case, looking into the energy, and I thought I would do a video for you guys. My heart goes absolutely out to these two little children, and I have to say, this is just an energy report, you guys, but things don't add up when you look at what's really happening. So I mean, I'm just gonna go into the energetics, you guys. This is a tarot reading, no facts, but we're gonna dive into what happened, and we're going to look at the energy of Lily and also the energy of Jack and see what is the momentum. Are they going to find these children? What messages can come out? So let's dive right in. All right, lovely souls. So this one is definitely another heartbreaker. I mean, these are really difficult tarot readings, but since I was looking at this so much last night, I just thought I would really share what I can share with you guys and see what comes up. Now, to give a bit of an overview, the one article I have up here, though, shows that there's apparently around 150 people that have been searching daily for Lily and Jack. Again, they're aged 6 and 4, and they were first reported missing last Friday. Now, I'll give you a little bit of an overview of some of the stuff I was getting last night when I was looking into this too, because I do think that they've been missing for longer than just a week was what I was getting. It's kind of interesting if you guys have been following this case. There are a lot of red flags when it comes from statements from the parents, and even I believe the RCMP, you know, I know they cannot divulge every little you know, piece at the moment because it's still a sensitive case, but I wonder if there's more than they're leading on as well, if they know more, because I think there is actually some kind of a statement sent out that there's probably very little chances that they're still alive, and you know, they've only been missing about a week according to the media, so that still is pretty fresh, pretty new. And I mean, I still have, my heart goes out in hopes that they find them and find them safely. But I have to say, I've had some pretty unsettling cards that have come up when I was looking into this. So an overview of what I got was, I do feel like there was somebody, originally when I pulled cards on this, I had the Page of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, and that energy was really pointing to me that somebody was surveillancing or watching these children, and not in a good way. So I do think that with that Four of Cups, there was an energy of, I don't know if this is both parents or one of them, but turning a blind eye and allowing whatever to happen. You know, it's interesting because the parents were, I think the mom made reports where apparently Lily came into her room multiple times that morning, but they were telling her to be quiet because they also had I think a 1-year-old or an infant that they were trying to put to sleep. So then there was reports that they were outside, but they weren't aware they were outside, and they went out the sliding door, but you couldn't hear the sliding door. And then some of the comments that the stepfather was saying, they just don't add up. Look at the body language, you guys. Like, he was also going back and forth between past tense and present tense, and there's just things that are not lining up. So, you know, now we have a week later, and from what I've heard, I believe the mother has left the city, went to stay with, I guess, family, and has also blocked the stepfather on maybe social media or something like that. So there's something going on. And when I pulled on this, you guys, this is just an energy report. I did get that with that energy. I pulled on Jack and Lily as well. I did get, we'll see what comes up here today, but I did get that they were separated. They were taken together, but they were separated, and I did get that Lily is potentially no longer with us. I got some cards to symbolize that she has left this earthly plane, and I was looking at connecting with her and her energy, and it's like I was able to kind of get some insight. Again, this is just all alleged. This is my perspective and my story that I'm sharing with you guys, but on Jack. And this is why I've kept this card up, because when I was connecting on this, I was getting there is a potential that Jack is still here with us. And what's interesting is I get that they are actually very close to the property, you guys. I was getting from her energy, she was showing me like very close, like maybe maybe within even 4 kilometers. So when I was seeing this though, before I pulled this card, I'll show it, I'll try to put it up to the camera so you guys can see it better in a moment. But before I even drew this card, I was getting that Jack is being held in some kind of a structure that is a little bit overgrown. Maybe this is like a collapsed barn or a collapsed shed. So we have what I was seeing as like a structure that was more or less, let's say, overgrown, but there's also something about it being near like a marsh pit or like a bog. It's kind of, I don't want to say like a lake or a river, but something really like marshy is what I was getting. And this card, you guys, it's just screaming everything that I was getting here. Look at the spongy wet ground, look at behind this lady and the structure. There's some kind of a like marshy pit or bog here. We have vines growing on the structure here. So there was, and look at underneath that is the children. But I wanted to kind of show you guys that Four of Swords card, because we'll see if it comes out again when we're pulling this today. But this was really, really connecting with an energy of where Jack may potentially be. But I get that it's concealed. It's not too far in the dense woods and forests is what I'm getting. It's fairly like it's concealed, but it's not too far in the forest, you guys, is what I was getting. And it feels like this is part of I would say abandoned, and it's almost like not like somebody lives on that property. It's like this is an abandoned structure that is partially overgrown and covered. But what's interesting is when I was pulling on Jack's energy, I got a King of Swords, and I got the potential of somebody still going to this place periodically here. So with that being said, I just wanted to share a little bit of what I was getting, but let's dive into the tarot and see what comes up today and see if we can dig a little deeper. So let's look at the question of what happened on that day. Spirit, what can you share with the day that Jack and Lily went missing? Can you share with us with the energy of that day? The Fool. I wonder if they were actually taken at night. Look at this king, you guys, looking the completely opposite way while something bad happens. Back of the deck is the Two of Cups. I do think, again, this is alleged, but I think both that the mother and the stepfather have an idea what happened. It's either the stepfather part of letting this happen and the mother was just kind of closing a blind eye. You know, I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but just putting myself in that situation, knowing that my children were missing, how do you just get up and leave the town? Like, wouldn't you be searching for them? Unless she knows what happened, right? Maybe she knows they're no longer here with us. Anyway, let's dissect this a little bit more here. All right, so we have the Fool representing Lily and Jack here. This is that innocence, the pure innocence. And I just don't. It's interesting because Ace of Pentacles in the situation, you know, usually when you think of kids being, let's say, abducted or gone missing, there could be some sense of like reward. It's like money motivated, but I don't get that with this case. I don't get that at all. This is going to sound really weird, you guys. Let me know what you think, but this is just something that's coming to me. We have this moon right in the center. Look at this. Moon is all about illusions, lies, secrecies. It's not what it seems. But do you know what I really get with this? Because it's interesting. I also have my the box here, Witchy Tarot, which is tarot, sorry. And she's right on, oh my goodness, she's right on the top of the box too, with the moon card. I'm getting a bit of a ritual energy with this. The moon magic, materialistic ritual energy. And when you look at the innocence, the purity of children, there's something about, look at this, the strength in the past. The strength in the past is all about, it's almost like we have here this unconditional pure light, and somebody's trying to harvest that, trying to manipulate it for their own advantage. The Fool also could represent in this case too, like a pre-planned agreement too, here is what I'm getting, but it's all about the innocence and this energy with the Ace of Pentacles here paired with the outcome of the Three of Swords. This is a heartbreak. So this is not a good outcome. We're going to dive into some more specific questions in a moment, but it feels like it's just taking on a very big like ritualistic abuse. So I don't know if you guys are getting that same energy, but let me know what you guys think. I think it's almost like I feel like somebody though is on the verge of cracking, or there is a guilt that is like, somebody is guilty here. Of course somebody's guilty, but I feel like somebody knows something that wasn't necessarily maybe involved with their disappearance, but knows something and is entangled with it. So why don't we ask the question, let's ask some more specific questions. When we're looking at the disappearance of Lily and Jack, let's just ask, we're going to do the mother and we're going to do the stepfather. Were they involved? Allegedly. Did they have any idea what was going on? Let's look at the mother and let's look at the father. What can you share, Spirit, about any potential knowing or cooperation or involvement with the missing of Lily and Jack? So the mother, there's that King of Swords again. I got that one multiple times. See, this is what I was wondering. Who is linked to this King of Swords? Because I really was getting here that this was potentially, this is all alleged, but this is the person that took the children. I get a real kind of musty, dirty energy from this King of Swords, and I couldn't tell like if this was, you know, somebody that the stepfather was connected to, or the mother, or maybe both. So let's see what do we have for the stepfather. Four of Pentacles. This does show for me he is holding on to something. He knows something, you guys. Two of Swords, blindfolded, Hanged Man, and then we have that Knight of Wands on the back, which is the connecting factor. So is there more than one person involved with that Knight of Wands on the back? I have to say, I feel like they both have some kind of information or knowledge, you guys. You know, definitely it is pointing that with this Four of Pentacles for the stepfather, and him kind of sitting on that fence, allowing something to happen here. pretending like he didn't see it. It's like, okay, I can't see what's happening. I know what's happening, but I'm going to pretend I'm not seeing it. It's almost like he's telling himself, well, I didn't do it, so I'm not guilty kind of energy. But again, I mean, I can't speak for how someone else is going to feel or how someone else is going to process this kind of situation. But to me, if I put myself in the mother's shoes, I just think it's bizarre how she just got up and left. I mean, maybe there's something going on because she apparently blocked the stepfather, but wouldn't you be endlessly searching for your babies and not just getting up and moving across the province? So I don't know. This could absolutely represent her being manipulated and, you know, kind of not acknowledging that there were some big red flags happening that led up to this. So that could be, I mean, if we look at that Knight of Wands as well, it's like, look at all that red and that bold energy. So, and underneath that is that father figure. There could be a couple different people involved in this, you guys. So, and I do think that I got the 10 of Wands more than once when I pulled on this. So I think that somebody is feeling extremely like heavy, very guilted into something here, and I'm wondering if somebody breaks, somebody lets something loose here, but is it going to be too late? So let's look at a couple other questions then. I'm going to look at Lily, and then I'm going to look at Jack in this present moment, Spirit. What can you share about the current energy of Lily and the current energy of Jack? Oh, interesting. Look at this seven of cups, and this came out for me offline when I was doing this in Lily's energy, and I'm almost wondering if there was a form of or maybe this was one in my live, I can't remember now, but I got a 7 of cups when I was looking into Lily, and I wonder if she was like a little bit sedated or something to do with disoriented when this happened here. All right, Spirit, what can you share? We're going to put Lily on top and Jack on the bottom. What is their current, what can you share about their current energetic energy? Let's say, are they still here with us? What can you share with us when it comes to Jack and Lily? Lily on the top, Jack on the bottom. King of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. For Lily. Look what's on the bottom, the moon, and under that 10 of Wands again came up, you guys. So I feel like when I see this, I mean, I gotta say there is a heavy energy in Lily, and I got before when I was doing this reading, I did get that there's a strong potential that she may not be with us on this physical plane. And it feels like there was a separation between these two. And I feel like that with that 2 of Pentacles as well. It's almost like, I don't know if I'm seeing this correctly, but I'm almost wondering if it wasn't really her that they wanted. I feel like for some reason there's a big focus on Jack. And that's just how I keep seeing it. And that's how the energy when I'm trying to tap into Lily, if she's passed from what I've got, it's like a big focus on Jack, and I wonder if Jack's being hidden somewhere. Again, remember we had that 4 of Swords. And then, yeah, again, we have that moon and the 10 of Wands. Look at, okay, this is interesting. Look at underneath the 10 of Wands, I have the Justice. And I keep saying, I feel like there's somebody in the circle that has some knowledge of something. And they're on the verge of breaking. So again, I hope, my heart goes out, I hope they are both found safe and alive. And we'll have to see. I want to pull the tarot and say, Spirit, what do you have when it comes to, let's say, finding these two little children? Will they be found in the, let's just look over the next couple days to the next week or so. Will the children be found? Not fast enough. No, there's that Four of Swords again. Back of the deck's the Devil, you guys. It feels like magic, ritual magic. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hierophant, and we have the Devil. I know this sounds crazy, but I think this is something to do, like when we're looking at the motives, the why. There's something about a ritualistic energy here. And when I was pulling earlier, today I got the Eight of Pentacles in this deck, and the Eight of Pentacles, I'm going to show it. Let me find it. I want to show it to you guys. It has somebody working at a desk, polishing a coin, but you know what's on his desk? A skull. And there's something about this energy that just screams ritual energy. Oh, I must have missed it here. Okay, I found it. So this is the card. Look, what do you guys think? Does it not give you just a kind of creepy ritualistic vibe? I don't know how well that is zooming in. Let me try there. See, so you have that person sitting on the desk that looks like a skull. We have candles. We have just a creepy looking energy. And that came out when I was looking into them earlier. So yeah, look at, I cut the deck. Yes, that's my yes card. Confirmation. I'm seeing this correctly. So I have to say, I don't love that what just came out when we asked, are we going to find them in the next couple days to maybe a week? I have a no. I have the Hermit here. Both of them are being hidden. And I don't think it has a, what's the outcome? What's the outcome of this, Spirit? Children, okay. What's the outcome? Can I get one more card? So, Two of Cups, we have Lies and Secrets, and I did have the Queen of Pentacles that flipped over, but I have to say, at the end of the day, we have a disappointment and a sadness here. So I'm wondering if there's that Two of Cups that came out again earlier, you guys. So again, we had, you know what's interesting, when we had a lot of those, the male energy, like King of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Wands, I think that there could be a crucial, you know, something about a woman here with that Queen of Pentacles that is potentially holding or has some information here. So we'll have to see how that unravels, but I have to say, regardless, it looks like something of a disappointment here, Five of Cups. So this is really tough. It's a hard one. And I have to say, this is something that's been, somebody's trying to cover this up. I feel like there is more than just one person involved here. And somebody's doing their best. I'm almost wondering if they're on the verge. Like, okay, when I said I seen that, I feel like Jack is still with us. The Hermit in that broken down, abandoned, let's say, structure. I'm wondering if somebody's planning on trying to move him, because I feel like somebody's still visiting that place periodically. So I guess we'll see what comes out, but I have to say, I don't love the outcome when we asked, are we going to have, you know, some kind of a happy ending with this? And the Five of Cups is a disappointment. So let me know what you guys think. I guess I'm going to end that there. My heart goes out to them, and I will be still, you know, thinking of them through these tough times. So Thank you for joining me on this reading, my friends and lovely soul family. My heart goes out to all of you guys. Much love and light. And until next time, bye for now.